Hi everybody, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Connie with the West Regional Branch of the Lafayette Public Library, and today we're doing a video of a cooking demonstration, and we are making chili in an Instant Pot. So it's getting kind of cold outside, getting our chilly weather, so I figure why not make some chili, and it's right in time for the Super Bowl, and it's a great meal to have for your hopefully safe at home social distance Super Bowl party. So let's get started. All right, so we have all of our ingredients for our chili right here. I like to do chopped onions and bell peppers, and I like tomato in my chili. I know chili recipes can sometimes be a very touchy topic, almost as touchy as gumbo, but I personally like to put tomato. So I have some Rotel, I have tomato sauce and tomato paste, and I have a wide assortment of seasonings and some minced garlic. I also have some beef broth, if you want to make it a little juicier, and of course I have ground beef. So you can go ahead and get started. If you've never used an Instant Pot or any kind of electric pressure cooker, what I really love about this is that you can do everything in one pot. You can actually ground your meat because there is a saute setting, so that's actually where we're going to start. Okay, so I put a little bit of butter in here because we're going to go ahead and saute down our onions and our bell peppers. And you can hear the sizzle. Save a little bit for later in case anyone likes to put onions on top of their chili. All right, gonna add some minced garlic. I like garlic, if you can't tell. Actually, I'll put a little bit more. All right, and then we're just gonna let this cook down for just a couple minutes. Okay, so our onions and our bell peppers have been cooking down for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead right now, I'm gonna add a little bit of beef stock just to help really cook those down. Just a little bit. And then once we get this simmering, then I'll go ahead and add the ground beef so that can brown just a little bit before we add the rest of the ingredients and actually get pressure cooking. All right, so it's simmering already, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna add the ground beef. All right. Add it all. All right, and I'm gonna use my spoon. I'm gonna break it up here. Really get it mixed in. Okay, so we've let our ground beef cook down on the saute function, so it's brown now. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add our tomato, and we're gonna add our spices, and then we're gonna go ahead and actually start pressure cooking so we can get everything done. All right, so I like to add Rotel tomatoes so I can have chunks in my chili. So that's a full can of Rotel tomatoes. And I'm gonna add about half a can of tomato sauce. Mix that in. have a little bit of tomato paste here. And I'm gonna get that good and incorporate it as well. Okay. Now we're gonna add our spices. So I know some people like to measure their spices out. I am not one of those people. I just like to season until I feel like it's right. So I'm gonna sprinkle a little salt. Got some black pepper. A little bit of cayenne pepper, some chili powder, a whole lot of chili powder. And stir it all in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add the rest of this tomato sauce. So we're just gonna put the whole can in. All right, so once you have all of your ingredients and your seasoning in, and then we can go ahead and we'll start to actually pressure cook. Okay, so our chili is actually just about cooked, but we're gonna go ahead and pressure cook it for a few minutes just to really bring the flavors together. And there's one tip, I don't know if everyone does this or if it's just me, because it's something my mom always told me, that if you're cooking anything with a lot of tomato, like chili, she likes to add just a little bit of sugar to help cut the acid. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in just a little bit of sugar. I'm gonna stir that in. And also, to be honest with you, I am sharing this with others. So I am not putting nearly as much seasoning as I usually like to put in my food. So it's very up to you how much seasoning you put. I tend to like things spicy. So I do like to put a lot of red pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. I like to put a little cumin in here as well. So it's really up to you and your taste, how much seasoning you want to put. But for me, I like to go big. So we're just gonna go ahead and pressure cook this for just a few minutes. So I'm gonna put my lid on my Instant Pot, and you hear the seal. So you wanna make sure, right, you have your knob turned to sealing, and then we're gonna go ahead and pressure cook, and let's see, 5 minutes sounds good, and it's on high pressure. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. So it's gonna take a few minutes to build up the pressure. Once the pressure builds up, you'll see the knob come up here, and then it'll count down the 5 minutes, and then we'll be able to release it, and that's a fun experience. So let's give it time to pressure cook, and then we'll come back and see our finished results. Okay guys, so we pressure cooked it for just a couple minutes. I just took, we depressurized it and took the lid off. And as you can see, it's still really hot. but everything has melded together and your chili is complete. I wanted to show you guys the depressurizing process for those who don't have an Instapot, but the steam got to be too much. So we just went ahead and released the steam and opened the Instapot. And now your chili is basically ready for you to eat. And of course you can add whatever kind of extras that you like. I like to add cheese and sour cream and eat mine with Fritos. I know a lot of people like to eat chili with cornbread. You can do it however you want. It's a great meal to have for the Super Bowl. So I hope you guys enjoy our chilly weather. Thank you for participating with the Lafayette Public Library, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.